Michael here, back with the biggest week in LEGO news yet. UCS Venator, Republic Gunship, Ghost, and UCS X-Wing. Avengers Tower and Marvel Minifigures Series 2. Harry Potter Diagon Alley, massive Disney Castle, and El Dorado Fortress remake. And could we be getting LEGO Harry Styles? And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web, so if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First up, today's the last day you can spend $50 to get a $10 Target gift card on select LEGO sets. And similarly, Amazon's letting you save $10 when you spend $50 on select sets. And some of the sets included at Target are the newest sets like the TIE Bomber and 501st Battle Pack. And some sets are already discounted like this one from Avatar. And speaking of Avatar, separately they've got the Floating Mountains Site 26 set for 29% off. And over at Best Buy, they have the Avatar Torok Makto and Tree of Souls set for 33% off. Plus LEGO City Beach Lifeguard Station for 35% off. Next over at Walmart, the LEGO Super Mario Bowser's Airship is 30% off. The LEGO Muppet minifigures are 40% off, and the LEGO Minifigures Series 24 6-pack is 17% off. The LEGO City Rocket Stunt Bike is 38% off, and the LEGO Daily Bugle is 14% off. Plus the LEGO Classic TV series Batman Cowl is 25% off. Over at LEGO, the Black Panther bust is still 40% off. Plus you can get the Easter basket free with purchases over $70, and the LEGO Spring VIP add-on pack with purchases over $50. So if you want to pick up any of these deals and more and support the channel, there's links to everything in the description below. Next to ProMorx, we got news about a ton of new Star Wars sets coming this year. First up, we'll be getting a UCS Venator Star Destroyer with 5,374 pieces, retailing for $650 in October. And this is something fans have been wanting for a really long time. I imagine the set will be a similar size to the previous UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, which has over 500 less pieces than this new one and actually used to cost more. In terms of exclusive figures, this will come with a younger version of Admiral Yularen, as well as the return of Phase 2 Captain Rex with some head printing with a bandage. Next up, we're also getting a Republic Gunship with 1,083 pieces, retailing for $140. Fans have definitely wanted another playscale version of this ship, but this time they're changing it up as it's now the Coruscant Guard version in the dark red color. Included, we'll be getting Commander Fox, which could look like this version we got from a recent video game, plus 2 Coruscant Shock Troopers. Included, we also have Clone Wars Palpatine and Padmé Amidala. Next, the Republic Swamp Speeder will include 108 pieces and retail for $25. And this set will also be packing some clones with 3 332nd Troopers as well as Captain Vaughn. Previously, we talked about the Yavin 4 Rebel base set, which will include 1,067 pieces and retail for $160 in August. It'll include a ceremony hall, observation tower, and a hangar with a Y-Wing mini model. And included will have Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, C-3PO and R2-D2, Chewbacca, General Krix, Medine, 3 rebels, 3 pilots, ground crew member, and an astromech droid. Next in the new Ahsoka show, we're getting Ahsoka's T6 shuttle with 599 pieces, retailing for $70 in September. And we got a great look at this ship in yesterday's trailer. And included will have new figures for Ahsoka, Sabine, Huyang, as well as this Inquisitor-like character. We'll also be getting a new set for the Ghost with 1,394 pieces, retailing for $170 in September, which is another one of those favorite ships fans have been clamoring for a new set for. And since we got a glimpse of the Phantom in the trailer, I'm curious if it'll be included or come in a future set. Included are figures of Hera Syndulla as well as her son Jacen. Plus we'll be getting Chopper, another character, and Quarrie. Plus there's another unknown $100 set including Morgan Elsbeth, Baylan, and Shin. Plus a new Republic pilot with a blue suit, and I'm hoping it's one we know. And a dark blue and yellow astromech droid. Plus with Ezra and Thrawn teased, I'm hoping there's even more in store. Not to mention we also should be getting a LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special diorama with Finn, Rey, Chewbacca, and BB-8. Plus the May the 4th gift with purchase this year is said to be a mini Death Star with 289 pieces, which might look like this one from Rebrickable. And speaking of May the 4th, for this year we're getting the UCS X-Wing Starfighter with 1,949 pieces, retailing for $240. This third iteration in UCS scale turned out really nice, with some very unique hexagonal shaping of the body. Not to mention great detailing on the blasters, as well as some nice curved panels for those intakes. To open the wings, you simply twist the Technic piece on top. The canopy piece is printed, and there's some sticker detail for the interior cockpit. Plus there's a spot in the back to place in R2-D2. This is the first UCS set with a printed plaque, and included is an awesome new version of Luke Skywalker with dual molded legs and arm printing. And I can't wait to see this one in person. Next, thanks to Stone Wars, we've got even more Marvel information, including the characters coming in the upcoming Marvel Minifigure series, which will also sadly be the first series to come in boxes like we saw with Video and Super Mario. First up from Hawkeye, we'll be getting Kate Bishop and Hawkeye in their outfits from the show, as well as Echo, but the version from her upcoming show. From his show, we'll also be getting Moon Knight, which I'm so excited about because we're also getting Mr. Knight, which will be great. We'll also be getting the title characters from She-Hulk as well as Werewolf by Night. And we'll finally also be getting Agatha Harkness. From the X-Men 97 series, we'll be getting Wolverine, Beast, as well as Storm, which is great. And interestingly, we'll be getting Kang from his appearance in Quantumania. I'm personally so excited for this lineup with so many characters I've been wanting to get, but of course that means plenty of awesome characters are missing. But it's still a must-have for me. Next up, it's also confirmed that we will indeed be getting an Avengers Tower for $525 in November. Just like the recent Sanctum Sanctorum, it should be a modular-style building, and considering it costs $175 more than the Daily Bugle, I imagine this thing should be huge and impressive. It's also said the set will be based on Age of Ultron, so I could expect that we'll see some of the party scene, though it's unclear if we'll get the characters in their party attire or in their superhero costumes. I'm thinking it's also possible we'll see Mark 1 Ultron, but I'm also hoping they'll just give us some of the other characters that we'll definitely want to see from this movie. We're also going to be getting another Marvel helmet for $70, this time of Wolverine's mask, which reminds me a lot of the Batman cowls we've gotten. Thanks to TalkBricks and Harry Potter news, while we'd previously talked about a Diagon Alley expansion for Gringotts, it turns out we're also getting a remake of the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes store. It's said to include 834 pieces and retail for $90 with 7 minifigures included. And I'm curious why this was chosen since Diagon Alley is still on shelves. And speaking of remakes, we're also getting a Hogwarts Express and Hogsmeade Station with 1,074 pieces, retailing for $130 with 8 minifigures included, which reminds me of this version from 2004. Next, in Disney news, we'd previously talked about an upcoming Disney castle, which many thought would be the one in California. But now it's said to be a remake of the recently retired Cinderella's castle with 4,837 pieces, retailing for $400. As for minifigures, it's said to come with Cinderella and Prince Charming, plus many other princes and princesses. And I personally would love to see Beauty and the Beast. And speaking of Beauty and the Beast, it's also rumored that we're going to be getting a set of a buildable Cogsworth and Lumiere from the movie. And if they're anything in quality like the Mickey and Minnie buildable figures, these should be great. Next up from TalkBricks, it turns out we'll be getting an Agrabah Palace for $40, which is said to be similar to the mini Disney Castle and mini Haunted Mansion sets that we got previously, which each came with an exclusive minifigure. It's possible LEGO could return to one of these characters that we've gotten from Aladdin before, but I'm thinking they'll take the headpiece from Jafar and give us Prince Ali. Next, thanks to LEGO Korea, we also got our first look at the LEGO Disney The Magical Treehouse set with 1,016 pieces retailing for $150 and coming this June. And while the build is certainly colorful and fun, the standout are the 13 mini dolls, including Elsa, Anna, Alice, Belle, Wendy, Tinkerbell, Mirabelle, Moana, Mulan, Pocahontas, Raya, Tiana, and Jasmine. Next up, thanks to Stone Wars, it turns out we're getting a remake of the classic El Dorado Fortress with 2,503 pieces coming in July. It'll be great to see this unique Imperial fortress be given the Pirates of Barracuda Bay treatment, as this set's going to have a similar piece count, so I expect it to be of equal detail. And speaking of classic sets, we're also going to be getting another gift with purchase like the Forest Hideout, this time featuring everyone's favorite wizard Magisto, which means we could see remakes of classic sets like Magisto's Magical Workshop or Magisto's Tower, which would be great with those Dragon Knights. Next up in LEGO Ideas news, there were 5 more projects at 10,000 supporters on the platform this week. First up, we've got Harry Styles' Harry's House. This is of course inspired by Harry Styles' latest album artwork. And while the build's a little simple, there's plenty of Easter eggs for fans. And given his popularity, I wouldn't count this one out. And speaking of Harry, next up we've got One Direction, What Makes You Beautiful. This set aims to honor their classic song and features the beach setting from the video. And the design for this one is really interesting with all of its detail and overall circular shaping. Next up, we've got Blackpink, How You Like That. The set recreates the music video from Blackpink, which got 86.3 million views in only 24 hours. And it definitely feels like this set's trying to emulate the success of the BTS one. Next up, we've got The Addams Family, which is based on the movie from 1991. The spooky modular style house looks really great, and I think fans would love to get a set like this. But this project is up against a Wednesday TV show one, so I'm curious how it'll do. And finally, we've got Lantern in the Wind. The build nicely depicts classic Japanese architecture, and I love all the environmental detail. And while I think this would make an excellent display, we've seen many other similar projects in the review process not get selected, so I'm curious to see how this one will do, but as always, we'll have to wait and see. So there you have it, an absolutely massive week in LEGO news. All the Star Wars sets from Ahsoka and beyond sound so good with so many fan favorites coming soon. Not to mention so many massive sets coming soon, like the Disney Castle, El Dorado Fortress, Venator, and Avengers Tower. Not to mention the Marvel minifigures, the Harry Potter sets, and even more from the Disney 100. As a fan of all these franchises, it seems like this year was meant for me to empty my wallet. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below if you're as excited as me, and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be back next week with even more LEGO news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks and have a good one. Click here to watch last week's video with Star Wars sets, Jedi Temple, April Fools, Wednesday, Pick-a-Brick boxes, and so much more. And don't forget to subscribe.